Another week in the books. Another week in the books.
Oh, another startup here. Oh, jeez, this is. Oh man, I'm always so excited about this. Every week we get together, I just get so excited about this.
Good or bad, we show up. You know,
we do show up.
We show up, and that's half the battle.
Speaking of showing up, how was Halloween?
Halloween was fantastic.
Was it?
You know, I saw a really scary show over the weekend. Oh, it was the Browns game. That's what it was. Oh my God, it was so bad. Halloween was good though. Halloween was good. Or the Lions game. Look at, I say that.
You're the dude with
oh my
the
God.
Lions.
I get my Lions stuff on every week. They're so
you,
bad, and all I do is bang on the Browns. Like,
what is up with that? I know. It
was a horrifying.
Halloween was fun, but there were no treats last week with the weekend.
No,
that's for sure.
We had scary picks.
Oh my
week.
gosh. Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yep.
So you got Carl, you got Doug. We are back. Fire Brimm Sports. It's a week 9 show, and we're going to start out here. I know, week 9. Can't you believe that? I mean, it just goes too doggone fast. I say that every week, don't I?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
I say that
it's week 2 already.
It's so fast.
We've been waiting all summer for week 1.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, let's just get this over with. Okay, I mean, let's just get this over with. I'm whining.
Talking about last week?
Yeah, talking about last week. It was brutal. I mean, that was one of those weeks where, what do you say about Vegas?
Oh, yeah. So they didn't build all those buildings off of winners.
No, not at all. Right. I mean,
it's a tough, listen, this is a tough business we have.
This is a tough business. You know. So let's just get this out of the way. Okay, we'll just get it out of the way right here. I mean, it was a brutal week. Week 8 was absolutely brutal. I mean,
coming in at 5-9.
5-9.
That was 8 games over 500. That's tough.
Oh, geez. 4-10. Okay, listen. You know what? I can tell you the numbers. There were 32 folks on the picks board last week, and 19 of us were under 500. So 19 out of 32. There were only 4 folks.
As bad as this week was, you hit your Kool-Aid pick.
But I got the Kool-Aid pick, man.
We're to 3-5 on the Kool-Aid pick.
Dude, I got the Raiders.
3-5.
I hit Oakland.
Yeah. Who did they play?
That was Who did they play? Yeah, that's right.
Cleveland's so bad.
You know, I got to give the Raiders credit. They ran the ball. They did what they had to do. Yeah. And the doggone thing about that is the fact that everybody knew they were going to run the ball. Yeah. And they still did it. So, I mean, I got to give them props. Yeah. I mean, and plus the Kool-Aid pick, too.
They were playing Cleveland.
So you're saying there's like a degree of difficulty there?
Yes.
That's what it is? All right. As the guy's talking about wearing the Lions outfit.
That's right.
It just continues everywhere. I mean, the best one now for friends from Twitter.
The Twitter from your verse.
Shake and Bake 8 and 6. It's really good. That was a good week. That is really good. Other folks on YouTube, it's the same sort of thing.
Best score is 8 and 6.
Absolutely, just ridiculous. And then the top one, man. Props to Vicious Fishy
with a 9 and 5
for 9 and 5.
That's a big week.
That is a huge week. Yeah. Oh my gosh!
We go into that. You look at the board, and you start to have this feeling like I've got the NFL figured out. I've got everything. I know what's going on. I know what's going to happen. I can see all the angles.
You're right. That's exactly it. I know. Last week when we were looking at the board, I'm like, dude, this is it.
We had like 3 games different.
I know. This is it. We're just going to map this thing up. And I think everybody else did too. They're all looking at this.
Everybody's on the same games.
No. I mean,
it's going to be bad.
Seriously, who is going to predict the Vikings annihilating, the Packers like that? The Packers were by 7. There were a bunch of games
hanging with the Bucks.
The Giants hanging with the Bucks. Yeah, that's right. I mean, there were a lot of those games. I mean, the Bengals taking on the Titans.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Who was going to predict that? Even though the Bengals, they got to give them credit.
I mean, Tennessee's defense hasn't been good, so I said. But again, they didn't build. Look, this isn't an easy business.
No.
And again, they didn't build those buildings out there off of winners. It's because people win.
They want that one person to win.
Yeah.
So they can advertise
then
that.
They keep us in it, and then you have a week like this, and you're like, whoa,
jeez, oh my gosh, right? It's rough. Right? It was just brutal. I was just looking at it. There's a lot of red on the board. A lot of red on the board. So I mentioned the Bengals.
Yeah.
So why don't we I'm going to do a little thing here. It is a midseason. Where most teams are going into playing their 9th game or their 8th game, so we're about the middle of the season. And I mentioned the Bengals because I think that Joe Burrow And Justin Herbert, I want to give him a little applause here. Middle
Joe
of the
Burrow's
season,
been fantastic.
these kids have not been playing like kids.
Right.
They have been doing a heck of a job.
And they did this without a preseason too.
That's
so
right. That is an excellent point.
Yeah.
There was no preseason, so they weren't. I mean, it was just in practice. You're right. They stepped right in, and they are making a difference right away.
Yeah.
It's just freaking awesome.
And then you have play like Cam Newton. I'm surprised. Obviously, as I took New England to go pretty far, how he's just been bad. He's played poorly, so that surprised me too.
Yeah, that does.
That he would go into that system. I mean, and do that badly.
Now here's he was injured last year. I mean, give him a lot of he had a lot of injuries, but then you look at Ben Roethlisberger. He was injured last year too. He was gone.
No, that's not.
He steps right back in, and guess what? He is just Big Ben. I mean, look at that team. I mean, MidSeason Awards.
Pittsburgh
who's the last team undefeated?
Fantastic.
Both sides of the ball.
Have they been?
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, coach of the year right there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What about any teams that maybe don't deserve, or any players?
I'm surprised at how bad Houston was. How the Texans have been. They were one of my teams because I'm still high on Watson. I'm still high on his receiving core. But their defense has been bad.
Yeah, Vikings.
The Vikings. I mean, the Vikings.
On paper, they've got. You look at the paper. That's a heck of a team on paper. And they showed up against the Packers last week.
They showed up, and Delvin Cook showed up, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a Vikings run coming, to be honest.
Don't say Delvin Cook, please, okay? Because Delvin Cook, oh my gosh, the dude I played, he had Delvin Cook in fantasy. What am I going to do? The dude had, 5 touchdowns, 163
yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, 63 yards in the air, receiving, and a touchdown. That was pretty dominant.
It's just absolutely stupid. There's nothing I could do about that.
Big time.
Oh, but so there's a lot of fun stuff. And you mentioned a great point. There's no preseason.
Yep.
So they just jumped right into this. And I don't think,
and you're playing in a different environment. You've got no,
Do you think the quality of play is any different? Do you? I mean, as a fan, we're watching it all the time. We're in the middle of the season now. If you didn't know that there weren't fans in the stands, when you watch on TV, do you think it's any different?
No, I've actually been surprised at, I don't like the fake noise that's kind of pumped in.
Yeah.
When, you're out at a restaurant or somewhere, a bar or whatever, and the game's on and you don't have volume for the game, but you see it. You know what? I think the plays looked good. It's looked like.
I think they're professionals.
Players are fired up.
That's right. They're professionals. I think the first week was weird.
Yeah.
But ever since, they're like, okay, we're going to work.
Yeah.
the work so there's no fans in the stands.
Well, baseball completed a half season. They even got through their World Series without fans.
They did it. I got to give them credit because I don't think the quality of play. Let us know what you think out there. I'd love to hear what you guys think.
Yeah, it's been different, but what are you going to do?
But it is. It is what it is, right? But okay. So let's talk our top 5 teams here, man.
All right, so I finally saw, every time we bring up this segment, I rattle off like 8 or 9 teams. Like, oh yeah, everybody's in my top 5. But I've got my top 5. Number 5.
5 A's, 5 B's, 5 C's.
That's it. And then if this team loses, I put there. I like Tampa Bay coming in at number 5. What Tom Brady has done there, proving that he's the GOAT. Tampa Bay is...
Except the Giants did play them tough the other day.
Giants played them tough, but they still won the game. Yeah, and the Giants always play Tom Brady tough. Especially in Super Bowls.
Good teams win on bad days.
Yep.
And, good teams win on those bad days, and that the Tampa Bay didn't look that great. They still won the game, to your point.
Baltimore, I would put at number 4. Kansas City at number 3. I'm putting Kansas City at number 3.
Kansas City at number 3?
At number 3, just because I'm putting Seattle at number 2 and Pittsburgh at number 1.
All right.
And, that's my top 5. I don't think anybody outside those 5. Look, the Browns are a joke. They're not making the playoffs.
No,
I don't believe in the Bears. The Bears are not good.
The
Packers fell out of my. The Bills have not played well for a few weeks now, and then the Packers dropped out of my top 5 with getting throttled by Minnesota like that. You don't belong up there with Pittsburgh, Seattle, Kansas City, Baltimore, Tampa.
No, not that.
You don't belong there.
And you know what? The Packers, I don't get it. The trade deadline was out there. They didn't go for a wide receiver. That just irritates the snot out of me. Seriously, get there and help Aaron Rodgers out. They didn't do it in the draft, and they didn't do it in the.
I don't know. Struggled offensively. They haven't struggled offensively.
No, but somebody's going to get hurt. You need weapons. If he's going to take on this, Seattle, if he's going to take on Tampa Bay, the dude needs more weapons than what he's got. They just got throttled the other day by Minnesota. I mean, tell you what,
they were in the game. He almost got the ball back in the fourth quarter with a chance to win the game, and when Delvin Cook scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Well,
and they were still in the game in the fourth quarter.
That was a career day by Delvin Cook.
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue about your top 5 there, because we just said you get those top 5, then you have like the second tier. With the Bills, the Titans, the Packers probably top out that second tier, but they're not cracking that top 5. No,
and we're kind of
right.
we just a couple weeks ago we were talking about, do we believe in the Titans?
Yeah.
And their defense is not good. Their defense has played poorly.
No.
They've got one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and that's not going to get you in the top 5 or win a game when it matters.
They don't seem to be the same team since their left tackle Taylor Lewan got hurt. He's out for the season, and usually, the left tackle. That dude is the inspiration. The whole line is, it's special, but he's one of those special ones. I don't know. There just seems they're missing a vibe.
And defense has been. My mind is just the defense has been really bad. They can't get anybody off the field, and when you can't get anybody off the field, they've got one of the worst.
But,
Cincinnati even was 10 of 13 on third downs. 13 third downs. You can't get anybody off the field. You're not going to win the game. Now Burrow's played fantastic.
My only suspect one that you got is the Ravens right now, because I'm telling you they've been exposed. And what I mean is that Lamar Jackson has got to learn to be a pocket passer. The running, and the scrambling around, and I'm saying you don't do that. What I'm saying is that until he scares other defenses being a pocket passer, that they've got a number on him now.
I concur with you 100% because I didn't even have Baltimore. I didn't have Baltimore winning the division.
Yeah.
I had them as a wild card in our preseason picks, but I felt the same thing. I felt that they were overhyped and teams have figured them out.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the top, when it comes to the top 5,
they deserve
Buffalo
to be there.
bowed out for me. Tennessee bowed out for me. Cleveland. Miami's starting to make. Look, Miami's playing well, but New England's not there. So when it comes to my top 5. Baltimore's squarely in there for sure.
You cannot say Cleveland.
They're not going
without. You can say Cleveland without
playoffs.
cracking up. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna take a quick minute because I haven't done this in a couple weeks. Our coaches. Okay, I've got some massive predictions here. Massive predictions. Okay, Adam Gase. We heard about Trevor Lawrence.
So
okay, we've heard about Trevor Lawrence saying, maybe I'm going to sit out. Maybe I'll play next year because I don't want to go to the Jets, right? Okay, here is my prediction. The Jets get Dabo Sweeney as their head coach, and Lawrence will go to the Jets. Because you get Dabo, Dabo will leave Clemson. He goes to the Jets, and he's going to have his quarterback with him. So that's the big one. The other big one that I've got, is he's not on here. I think he's doing a great job out in Los Angeles, the Rams. But geez,
why do we always do that?
Oh my gosh! I'm going to forget it. I'm just thinking about it a few minutes ago. The coach of the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh, is going to leave Michigan after this year, and he's going to go back out to the West Coast, and he's going to take over for the Chargers because he got Herbert, and he's really good at the pro level with those young quarterbacks.
So he's got to get out of Michigan, is what you're saying. He can't take the Lions job because they're so down on him.
I think after them losing to Michigan State the other day, it won't be a problem him getting out of Michigan.
Listen,
I don't see that at all.
Look, Doug, this is a serious handicapping experiment. All right? We put a lot of work in making our picks. Now, it's time to give everybody what they can tune in for because this is a bounce back week. Let's make some picks. We've got to do a brown bag first.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay.
I don't know who to put on my brown bag this week.
I know exactly who to put in the brown bag.
Do you want me to start? Because I'll just go right to it.
Sure, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
My goodness, are they just the worst team franchise ever? They're so bad. Baker's got to go. They need to start rebuilding that team.
Okay, I'm showing everybody first who I got for my brown bag.
They're so bad. Patricia, come on, man.
Oh my gosh,
what the heck? You win a couple games. You can't beat a team over 500. Absolutely. I'll trade you if you want. I'll put the Lions up there. It's so bad.
Good teams are supposed to win those games.
Yeah.
You don't lose at home. They both lost at home, right?
And they're winnable games.
That's right.
Are you taking the step in the right direction? Start beating some teams. I heard some stats. They were so bad I can't even remember about the last time the Lions beat a team that was over 500. I really think they've won 3 games. I want to say in 3 years at home.
Yeah.
So it's like 8
No,
and 8
it's
going,
just,
like,
it's just,
they're
yeah,
so
no,
bad.
it's just, it's
so
sad,
bad.
is what it is. So, all right, let's jump right into it.
Let's go.
Thursday night, today's Wednesday. Just hearing that, the 49ers, obviously, you've got Kittle out, Jimmy G's out.
Yeah, so Mullins, they were offense was
Yeah.
better with
Yeah,
Mullins
they
in there.
probably did.
They were a lot better with Mullins.
So the
in there.
Pack go to San Francisco, Packers by 6. With all this stuff going on, gotta tell you what, I gotta give Kyle Shanahan and that coaching staff props out in San Francisco because they have still been competitive, even though it's been a mash unit with all the people being hurt this year. But having said that, I gotta go with the Packers. The Packers
Listen,
got to have
I'll tell
a
you what,
rebound there.
I don't, in fantasy football, I don't want to be the guy who has playing Aaron Rodgers and
No.
Devontae Adams this
Oh
week.
my gosh, no!
Because
they are
they're
gonna
come back.
take it out of them.
Yeah,
Oh my
I think
gosh!
so too. I think so too. So we'll stay with the chalk on that one.
All right.
Go with Green Bay.
Here's a game a couple weeks ago. It's been really cool. I mean, because when they were basically undefeated, but it's still a good game. Bears going to the Titans. Titans by 6, man. That is a jeez.
Titans can't stop anybody. They can't get anybody off the field.
No, but it's the Bears.
And right. And I'm sorry, everybody telling me about what about the Bears? What
no,
about the
no,
Bears?
forget it.
Look.
I know. It's just.
The Bears don't have an offense to score.
I'm gonna
enough
go
points.
Titans.
They're
I'm
going to
gonna
need
go
the turnovers
Titans.
to do it. Let's go Titans.
You
So
can run
chalk
Derek.
back to back.
You can run Derrick Henry. I mean, the Titan or the Bears.
This
they're
isn't
just-
starting good because we are
No, I know,
so on
we
the
do this
same
all the time. I
page.
do this all
So
the
if
time.
we're on the
Okay.
same page, that's not good.
We're in trouble
And
here.
it's
Okay. All right, Seahawks take on the Bills. That's
right,
a nice
let's go.
looking game too.
Here.
Except they've regressed.
We got stock going down. We got stock continuing
Going up.
to rise. We still got
Seahawks
Russell
by
Wilson
3.
MVP. Seahawks cover.
Even though the past couple times when the Seahawks traveled far, they didn't. I think
Not
that's
concerned about that at all.
okay.
No, but Bills Mafia. Sorry, hashtag Bills Mafia. You know, these past 2 games you've squeaked by against a bad Jets team and a not so good Patriots team.
You know that's a good point.
And I don't see you. Here you go though. Do they rebound? Because sometimes you play to the level of your competition. Sometimes you play to the level of your competition.
Yeah.
And so they played
All right,
the
you know
Jets
what?
and they won.
I'm changing some here. I'm going to go with the
I like
Bills.
it. I needed you to get another one, so I know I'm going to go 3-0 now. Appreciate that. Ravens minus 2.5.
Ravens 2.5. I mean, no, I've got to say Baltimore. I just have to say Baltimore is going to come back. I don't care if Lamar Jackson runs the ball, passes, whatever. I just got a feeling that they're going to take it
can't
out.
believe
I mean,
that comes
they
out
had a
for
nice game against the Lions.
I love that. That was good. Good. All right. We'll go.
I'm going to go Ravens. I'm going to go Ravens. They got to come
Colts
back.
Really? This is
I
one of those
know.
games. I took the Ravens last week against the Steelers.
Yeah, you did.
And
I took the Steelers.
And that was,
that
a
was
good
one of
pick.
my 4 picks. I
That's a good pick
got.
because that was the one we were like, "That's obvious. It's obvious."
Yeah.
And then we used that theory about the obvious one.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Captain
Yeah, it
Obvious.
didn't work
Okay.
last week. All right, I'll
All
go
right.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
I'll go Baltimore.
Okay, go Baltimore. J.K. Diamonds, I really like Ohio State plug there.
Yeah. Hey,
You know, he can't
he had
do it.
113 yards on the ground
He
last week.
did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's coming along very nicely. Okay. The G-men who played, I thought, pretty good against,
They did.
Tampa
this
Bay
is
and Washington.
Man, this NFC East showdown.
This is a showdown.
2
This is
NFC
exactly what it
East-
is. It's a juggernaut
2
matchup is what it
NFC
is.
East powerhouses.
Okay, I liked what I saw from the Giants. You're going to go
Give up the
Washington.
Chalk. I've gone all chalk.
Okay, it's okay. Broncos take on the Falcons. Falcons by 4.
Yep.
Now the Broncos last week came back against the Chargers, and they were dead
Put up a
right.
lot of points. Like
Yeah, they were
yeah.
dead
We had the
right
Chargers
early.
game. We had that game covered.
Yeah,
we had
that was
game covered. The
absolutely
Broncos came
covered,
back,
and they
yeah.
came back and won the game. So I like what they did. I really like what the Broncos did.
I don't.
I think Drew Lock and folks. I mean, I like what they did.
All these bait and spreads. You know.
Yes, I
win
know,
by
that's
touchdown.
exactly
Win by
what they are.
touchdown. Like it's just.
That's
That's
exactly
a lot
what
of
they are.
chalk, guys. I don't like going chalk. And I'm gonna tell you, that's
This
a lot
guy's
of
just a
chalk.
serious handicapping show. Right?
Yeah, this is a serious
Yeah,
handicap
this is
show.
a
Man, when I was
serious
doing,
handicap show.
when I was doing the work, and I'm like, man, I can't get away
Now,
from the chalk.
Now.
I'm gonna spin out of control here. My 5-9 could turn into a 2-12.
Texans take on the Jaguars. Minshew has got a hurt thumb. So they're starting this, what's his name? Jake Luton. He's a 6th-round draft pick out of Oregon State. I mean, he's a rookie. You gotta go Texans. I mean, Deshaun Watson versus.
Here's the thing about the Texans: they like to get behind by a lot.
They're not going to get behind it this time.
Yeah,
they're
so
not going to get
then
behind
will they
this time.
still be aggressive offensively and score the points? So this is what I'm worried about. Is I've got Watson. He's my fantasy quarterback, and I get so many points because they're behind and they just throw the whole game.
To your point, the Texans are the type team, they get to play to the level of their competition. They do that. You know, I mean, teams that they should be annihilating, they just don't. They don't pull away, except for this week.
Well, I like
Except
it.
for this week, they're going to do it.
I like it too.
All right.
So I'll just go all chalk. That's
Okay.
terrible.
Remember, these are the teams that are in the bye week. That, you know, the Browns, which means the Browns are not going to lose this week.
Yeah, they'll still find a way. Something will happen off the field that'll give them a loss this week. They're so bad.
All right, here's your game, buddy. The Lions go to Minnesota. Vikings by 4, coming off that monster game against the Packers. What are you going to go with? I'm going to let you go first. This is your game. This is your game. I know who I'm picking.
For the first time all season.
Are you kidding me? Oh my
I'm
gosh.
going Dalvin Cook.
I can't believe you're doing that.
Yeah, the Lions are bad. I like the Vikings. In this
Oh
game.
my
I think the
gosh.
Vikings are going to put together a little winning streak here.
You know, I think they are too. In fact, I think they're doing it so much.
No.
I am making them the Kool-Aid pick this week. That's right.
The Kool-Aid
That's
pick.
right. There you
Bring
go.
it
the
out,
Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid
pick.
man.
Here it is, man. The purple people eaters. Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. You're wearing the
Kool-Aid
Lions.
pick.
You're wearing the Lions jersey in that. I'm sorry. I got to go with. I got to
Against
go
your
with
brown bag.
Minnesota.
All right. Kool-Aid pick. There it is. Locked in.
Hashtag drink the Kool-Aid.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
That's right. Yep, they're the Kool-Aid pick.
All right.
Okay.
This is your Kool-Aid Lock pick of the week.
That's it, right there, folks. That's it.
You
Point
need
it
a
out
little
right there.
Kool-Aid man sticker. That's all we need.
All right. The Panthers take on the Chiefs. I think McCaffrey's coming back. He practiced today, so that's a good sign that he'll be playing. But is that enough?
They just keep covering. They just keep covering every week. Even the
What
big
was it? It
spreads.
was 19 and a half last week against the Jets.
They covered, yeah.
And they did cover on that. We both took the Jets, I think. I mean, that was another one of the bloodletting last week. But, okay, 10 and a half. The Chiefs are going to win. Are they going to do that?
I'm going to get the hook there.
You know what? I'm going to go Chiefs.
31-21.
I'm going to go Chiefs. I'm going to Chiefs on that. Just because C-Mac is back doesn't mean that, you know, he's going to be rusty. Or he's going to be really, he's going to be really, you know, refreshed and ready to go.
So we think of this toss-up game here.
This one, my Raiders impressed me last week playing the Browns because they did what they're supposed to do. These guys, Herbert, though, he can throw that ball. You see him in the pocket? He looks like, I mean, he looks great standing in the pocket. They could put a lot of points up fast. They've done that against a lot of teams. Put up a lot of points fast. So the question would be the Raiders' defense. I mean, it's just, you know, can they prevent them from just going over the top?
Browns. I mean,
Yep.
they did just beat the Browns in Cleveland in bad weather.
You know what?
Because they beat the Browns.
2 weeks in a row, I'm going to go with my Raiders.
Let's go.
I'm going to go to the Raiders. I think the Raiders' run game is going to slow down their pass game.
Man, how did they blow that game?
So here's my theory. The run game slows down the pass game. The Raiders play ball control, basically keep Justin Herbert off the field. A little bit more defense. Jonathan Abram is safety. Probably gets a pick in the game. There you go. There's another there's another prediction. Wow, I'm all over the place here. Okay, I'm going to go with the Raiders. All right, the Dolphins take on the Cardinals. If I had told you at the beginning of the season that's going to be a fun-looking game, you'd have gone, huh? What? No. Dude, they annihilated the Rams last week. The Cardinals coming off a bye. I mean, they're looking good.
To a second start.
What? I think they're 4-3. Aren't the Dolphins like 4-3?
They're 4-3 on the cusp. They're right there behind Buffalo.
Oh my gosh! I mean, props to the Dolphins. Props to the Dolphins.
Underrated defense here. This is a weird line at 5. You would think that the Cardinals could cover that. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I'm going to go with the Dolphins to win this football game.
Anthony Lynn. I just remember the head coach for the Chargers. Anthony Lynn.
Good call.
Yeah, okay.
It triggered.
I'm not sure what triggered it. Okay. I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Sometimes it happens. Look, the show's live. You're going with the
This
Cardinals.
is live. This is right.
Show is live. I mean, we prep, but there's no script. So
There's no
sometimes
script
we go off the rails a little bit. We draw blanks.
Rails.
What
I
do you
mean, so what we do is we get the train running, so we can knock it off the rails.
do? Yeah. I mean, we know what we're talking about. That's the thing. I mean, we know what we're talking about.
This is scary, is what it
Yeah.
is. All right. So what do we got here? We got the Steelers taking on the Cowboys. I mean, at the beginning of the season, that would have been a nice looking matchup. I mean,
The Steelers just going to roll them, huh? I mean, the Cowboys just going to lay down and get rolled by
the
two
Cowboys.
touchdowns?
Who do the Cowboys have? They're doing either Garrett Gilbert or they're doing Cooper Rush.
And they did just.
I mean,
Philly just put it to them.
and what's his
Philly-
name? Danucci's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I gotta go. I gotta go Steelers. I think Steelers. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal just because the
don't.
other team is down.
I hate going
You
against the Steelers.
gotta just keep going and going and going. Don't
Yeah.
take your foot off the gas pedal.
I
The
agree.
Steelers aren't going to do that.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree 100%.
seriously,
Yeah.
seriously, you're going
Yeah.
to do that.
This game feels dangerous to me. This game feels dangerous to me.
You're really going to do that. You're going to pick. Oh, okay.
I'm just
whatever.
listen. I'm just going to say right now because this
Yeah.
is when we do the pregame.
This is a
next
serious
week.
handicapping
This
show.
is a
That's
serious
right, that's
handicap
right.
show. And when we do the pregame next week,
Yeah.
I just want to talk about. You said that you had a funny feeling about this game.
That's right. Roll the tape.
Yeah, and I just have a funny feeling about it. That's all. I mean, I got a funny feeling about that game.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
How do you feel about this game? The Saints, who don't have what? They're
Well,
another man
I mean,
unit
all
right
right.
now.
So Thomas is
Right.
questionable
Yep.
still.
Kamara's
this
hurt,
the 6th
isn't he?
week. And Kamara's got the messing with the ankle, and Breeze is messing with the shoulder. I think Kamara and Breeze will play,
But-
but I still am not impressed with New Orleans
No,
ever. There's the dink dunk. The Bucks are good. The Bucks cover the 5.5.
They're
The Bucks
getting
are
better.
good. Yeah.
The Bucks are getting better. I think last week was a good almost loss for them
Yeah.
because they got some tape. You're going to get better, and so I think they're going to take it on the Saints. I'm with you. Okay, here is oh my God, this is ugly. All right, the Patriots. Cam is done. I mean, it's like a broken cam shaft, is what it is.
Is this like one of those games where,
And
like medicine, like
you got to take your medicine.
Belichick, like they need this game to get going. Like we can just unleash on the Jets.
All right, even though I'm banging on Cam here, I got to go with the Patriots. I just because they're playing the Jets. That's the only reason why. Are you going to go with the Jets again this week?
Man, that's
No, put it up there, dude. Put it up there. I just kind of reeling them in here. Okay, there you go. You took the Jets 2 weeks in a row.
Listen, I'm off the board. I'm off the bandwagon.
You're off the
Patriots.
bandwagon.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
this
done.
is this is another nice looking.
Kool-Aid pick. Vikings.
pick, man.
I went against
There
my
you go.
Lions.
Got the Kool-Aid pick going here, dude. See that the Vikings here. Sorry, look at that. How's it look against your blue there? All right.
Man, that's a
Well,
tough
dude,
week on the board.
this is a tough
Coming
week.
off that 5 and 9, and then, but see, here's what you tend to do too. You have a bad week, and when you try to rebound from that bad week,
You can't
you go with all the
overthink it.
favorites, and that's not a good sign.
That's not a good
I feel
sign.
good about my picks, but
Yeah.
It's
No,
not a good sign.
I mean
All right.
you can't. Every week's a new week, right?
New week.
You got to forget about the last couple weeks, and you just
Let's
got to
go.
go ahead. So here's what we're gonna
We're
do.
professionals.
We're gonna get this on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook continually, folks. Your comments are awesome. Just absolutely love the comments.
Yep.
And
Lots of
you know,
picks. Keep
give
the
us your
picks coming.
picks. Looking forward to week 9. Let us know what you think how we're doing. We want to hear what you're doing. Have a great time out there, man.
All right.
All right, dude.
Let's go.
See ya. Hey, everybody.
All right.
See
Have
ya.
a good week.
Bye.